WWE has, for all of its faults, catapulted plenty of new stars, ranging from Logan Paul to Rhea Ripley to LA Knight, to new heights over the past year. With Cody Rhodes as the new face of WWE amid its biggest boom since the Attitude Era of the late 1990s, Rhodes is leading the charge during the current era, which is largely without longtime top stars such as The Undertaker and John Cena. As the likes of Rhodes, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins all approach 40 years of age, however, WWE is quite clearly attempting to establish a new crop of cornerstone superstars. In 2023 and in the first half of 2024, Knight and Ripley were among the notable names who emerged as reliable main event caliber stars and proven merchandise movers. They should continue to be featured in high-profile roles for the next several years, but they won't be alone. Here are 5 WWE stars emerging as top talents who will carry the company into 2025 and beyond. Jade Cara has taken a lot of backlash for her slow progress, or lack thereof, specifically in WWE, where she's done relatively little actual wrestling. But in WWE, as opposed to her previous stop in AEW, wrestling is secondary to things like crowd connection and character development. When it comes to those two departments, though, Cara hits it completely out of the park. A proven merchandise mover while in AEW, Cara has all the tools to be the next big thing in WWE's women's division. With an incredibly marketable look reminiscent of a Marvel superhero, she has already developed a sizable fan base in WWE amidst an intriguing pairing with Bianca Belair. WWE has clearly positioned Cara as a top player right out of the gate, and her union with Belair has resulted in the former TBS champion being featured prominently across WWE programming. That should continue, especially if and when Cara makes in-ring improvements that elevate her in the singles scene. A lengthy on-screen pairing with Belair will also do wonders for Cara's popularity and eventually prepare her for a strong push as a solo heel on SmackDown, likely as a rival of Belair. When WWE started pushing Jey Uso as a singles act in early 2024, he instantly became a top merchandise seller. That has continued throughout the year, too. Just last month, Uso had the #1 selling item on WWE Shop and ranked second overall behind only CM Punk in terms of overall sales. That's quite the accomplishment for someone who hasn't been consistently pushed as a main eventer and, in fact, hasn't even won a singles title. Given that he's been on WWE TV since 2010 and spent almost all of that time as a tag team performer, he's clearly still in the infant stages of his singles career. Uso's impressive merchandise sales are reportedly a key factor in his push because they are clear evidence of an incredible crowd connection. Of course, WWE fans only need to watch an episode of Raw to see that the majority of WWE's fan base loves Uso, who has emerged as one of the top 2 or 3 fan favorites on the Raw brand. With Uso also likely to reunite, or feud with, the Bloodline in some capacity in the future, he is going to have a huge presence on WWE programming now and into the future. Tiffany Stratton has seen her on-screen role reduced significantly in recent weeks after a controversial social media post, but the WWE star reportedly is not being punished for the controversy. Though that's certainly debatable given her reduction in TV time, all signs still point to Stratton being a key player in WWE for the next decade plus. In fact, she started generating such massive reactions instantly upon her main roster call-up that she even took WWE officials by surprise, though perhaps they shouldn't have been. At just 25 years old, Stratton has all the tools, the look, the in-ring work, the charisma, etc. to be a Hall of Famer one day. What's more, Stratton finds herself in a WWE women's division that is without Becky Lynch, who is currently a free agent, as well as both Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, who are sidelined with injuries. In other words, there are plenty of spots atop the women's division that are ripe for the taking, and Stratton has a great chance to take one of them, whether immediately or down the road. Logan Paul, a social media and combat sports sensation, is essentially a WWE part-timer who currently appears a tad more often than other special attractions do. But he's already proven to be almost ridiculously good at every aspect of pro wrestling. In fact, numerous pro wrestling legends, including Triple H, Rey Mysterio and John Cena, have praised Paul for his consistently incredible performances in WWE. What makes Paul's WWE run even more impressive is that he is so inexperienced and has, for all intents and purposes, barely even scratched the surface of his potential. Paul has already wrestled numerous high-profile WWE stars, such as Reigns, Rollins, and Rhodes, which just goes to demonstrate how highly he's viewed within the company. The current U.S. champion, Paul has shown that he can perform in the ring and on the microphone, and given his widespread reach across social media, he's a future world champion in the making. Because Paul is a publicity machine who checks virtually every box WWE could want from a superstar, the company will continue to utilize him in major roles moving forward. Bron Breakker had a rocky start when he was called up to SmackDown in early 2024, spending months on the brand without a significant storyline. However, since moving to Raw in the WWE draft, Breakker has been a huge hit. WWE has booked him purposefully and in a way that establishes him as the Red brand's most dominant star, akin to stars like Brock Lesnar before him. That's led to Breakker already coming across as a top-level talent just a couple months after moving to Monday nights. Now, Breakker is targeting the Intercontinental Championship, and winning that title is a virtual shoo-in. Much like Gunther did over the past 2 years, Breakker will benefit tremendously from using the IC title as a stepping stone to the top of the card, likely in preparation for a major world title run in the next year or two. Breakker has the credibility as a top star in the athletic pedigree, and WWE has hit a home run with his booking thus far. If he isn't a world champion and marquee star for the next decade, something will have to have seriously dropped the ball.